Stop. Do not look away. Do not check how much time is left in this video. Just be here. For the first time today, give your total focus to a single point. Right now, you are engaged in an act of profound, silent rebellion against the world. The architects of your attention are afraid of this silence. They want you moving always. You feel that slight pressure behind your eyes. That is the ache of a tired soul. It is the sensation of your brain trying to process more than it was ever designed for. 200,000 years ago, your ancestors sat around a fire and looked at the stars. Their minds were deep, slow, and quiet. They knew the weight of a single thought. Today you are a primate holding a lightning bolt. You have godlike technology, but ancient hardware. This mismatch is why you feel like you are drifting through a life you don't own. In the 18th century, a man named Bentham designed a prison called the Panopticon. It was a circle of cells where one guard could watch everyone, but no one could see the guard. Eventually, the prisoners began to watch themselves. They became their own jailers. You are living in a digital panopticon. Even when you are alone, you are performing. When you drink your coffee or watch a sunset, you wonder how it looks to them. You have traded your private self for a public ghost. You have become a spectator of your own life. We are going to look at the Sumerian concept of dim me, the loss of the inner light, and the 1971 prophecy of the boredom room, where paradise became a living hell. Once you see the bars of this cage, you can never go back to being a happy prisoner. The philosopher Seneca once warned that to be everywhere is to be nowhere at all. Your brain has a part called the amygdala. It is your internal alarm for survival. For millions of years, it only fired when you were in physical danger. Now it fires every minute. A like, a comment, or a seen message triggers a survival response in your blood. Your cortisol spikes. Your heart rate increases. You are in a permanent state of low-level terror. This is the first bar of the cage. A terrified animal is easy to lead and easier to control. By keeping you in hypervigilance, they ensure you never have the energy for deep thought. You are foraging in a digital wasteland where the fruit is made of beautiful hollow glass. You are starving while you eat. You are thirsty while you drink from a fountain of noise. Let us talk about the experiment of the 100th room and the death of human desire. In 1968, researchers created a habitat with zero friction. Every whim was met instantly. The subjects had food, warmth, and pleasure. They should have been blissful. They were not. Within weeks, they stopped interacting. They lost the will to groom, to move, or to exist. They entered the behavioral sink. They were so satisfied that they became catatonic. This is your reality. Your phone is the dial that removes the gap from your life. In the real world, to see a mountain view, you must climb. The struggle is the value. By removing the climb, the architects have murdered your ability to feel the emotion of awe. When everything is instant, nothing is special. You are living in the 100th room. You have forgotten what it feels like to want something for more than a single second. Without wanting, there is no becoming. You are a frozen statue in a hall of mirrors. The architects expect you to click away now. They have already cued your next distraction. But I am betting on you. I am betting that your soul is not yet entirely for sale. I have no manual to sell you. I have no link to give you. I have only the silence. Let us turn our gaze to the people in your life, or rather the ghosts of them. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar discovered a hard limit in the human architecture: 150. This is the maximum number of stable relationships your brain can actually process at once. It is your biological tribe. Beyond this number, people cease to be human and become mere concepts. But you, You have 500 friends and 1,000 followers living in your pocket. You have stretched your empathy so thin that it has become entirely transparent. You are trying to care about everyone, and as a result, you are losing the ability to care for anyone. This is the Dunbar Vacuum. We are the most connected generation, and yet the most isolated. Real intimacy requires a resource that the architects have stolen from you: inefficiency. True connection is born in long, slow, boring conversations where nothing productive happens. But the machine hates inefficiency. The machine wants every second to be a profitable transaction. You have turned your friendships into a marketplace, and you wonder why you feel like a product. When you message someone, you aren't seeking them. You are seeking the ping of validation. You are feeding the machine your vulnerability, and it is giving you back a simulation of love. The vacuum grows larger every time you scroll. It sucks the marrow out of your real-world bonds. To break the vacuum, you must reclaim your private self. You must learn to be unseen again. This brings us to the first gate of reclamation, the threshold of boredom. Most people think boredom is a lack of stimulation. Boredom is the withdrawal phase of a hyper-stimulated mind. It is a biological detox. When you feel bored, your brain is trying to recalibrate. It is trying to find its own frequency. If you reach for your phone the second the silence starts, you are silencing your own soul. You are telling your brain that its internal voice is not worth hearing. To reclaim your life, you must learn to protect your boredom. You must let it ache. On the other side of that ache is where your original ideas are hiding. This is where you begin. The architects want you to fear the silence. They want you to think it is empty. But silence is not empty. Silence is a reservoir, and yours is currently dry. The second gate is the death of the performance. You must stop being a spectator of yourself. Do one thing today that no one will ever know about. Something entirely for you. Do not photograph it. Do not tell your partner. Keep it as a secret between you and the universe. A secret is the first brick in the wall of your own sanctuary. It is the beginning of sovereignty. Every time you share a private moment for likes, you are selling a piece of your foundation. You are becoming a hollow shell, built out of the opinions of people who do not know your name. Stop seeking witnesses. Be the only witness to your own existence. That is true power. The machine thrives on your need to be seen. When you stop caring, the machine starves. You are not a target audience. You are a biological miracle of 4 billion years of survival. You were meant to look at horizons that never end, not screens that never close. I am betting on your depth. I am betting that the primate still lives inside the ghost. If you are still listening, the covenant is forming. The resistance of the soul has begun. I will not ask for your attention. I will only show you where you left it. The third gate is the most difficult. It is the threshold of the physical. You have forgotten the world of textures, smells, and gravity. You live in a world of light. We are a species that has forgotten what it means to be heavy, to have weight, to be physical. You spend 8 hours a day in a world that has no gravity, no friction, no consequence. In the digital world, nothing is ever truly broken. You can always refresh. You can always undo. This has created a neurological softness. You have lost the calluses on your soul. The third gate of reclamation is the return to the analog, the return to the things that can break. I want you to find an object today that is older than you are, something that has survived time. Hold it. Feel the temperature of the metal. Feel the history of the hands that held it before you. This is grounding. It is the only way to pull your consciousness back from the cloud. The architects want you to live in predictive processing. They want you to live in the next second. Your brain is so busy predicting the next notification that it has stopped experiencing the present breath. You are living in a buffer. You are a second behind your own reality. To reclaim the present, you must invite unpredictability back into your life. Go for a walk without a destination. Let a physical sensation, the wind, the cold, guide your turns. This breaks the algorithmic loop. It forces your brain to engage with the immediate physical environment. Let us discuss the great disconnect. It is a ritual of the elite that they never speak of. Once every 7 days for 4 hours, you must become socially dead. No screens, no books, no voices, just you and the silence of your own skin. At first, the panic of the void will set in. Your brain will scream for a hit of noise. It will tell you that you are missing something important, that you are being left behind by the world. This is the withdrawal. It is the feeling of the cage bars resisting your exit. Stay in the chair. Do not move. Do not seek relief. Just witness the craving. If you can survive those 4 hours, you will notice something miraculous happen in the 5th. The world will start to look high definition again. The colors will seem deeper. The air will feel thicker. You are waking up. Your dopamine receptors are resetting. The internal light is returning. You will realize that the urgency of the digital world was a hallucination, a fever dream. You don't need to be connected to be alive. You need to be present to be human. I have spent 40 minutes speaking to you. In that time, millions have scrolled past 1,000 lives. But you have stayed on one path. You have listened to one voice. You have practiced focus. This is the first day of your new architecture, the first brick in your sanctuary. The covenant of depth is not a club. It is a decision you make every time you look at a screen. You are choosing to be a sovereign soul in a world of targeted data. Every time you choose a book over a feed, you win a battle. Every time you choose a walk over a scroll, you win a war. Do not wait for a sign. Do not wait for a manual. You are the architect. Start building. When this channel hits 1,000 architects, the conversation will change. We will move to the foundation, but for now, the silence is your only teacher. Listen to it. Respect it. Go now. Put the device away. Look at the wall for 10 minutes. Let the itch begin. The cage is open. It always was. You just had to stop looking at the glow to see the door. Stay quiet. Stay sovereign. I am the strategist, and you are finally awake. We have discussed the mind. Now we must discuss the body, the temple you have neglected. You live in a world of light and glass, but your DNA is made of earth and fire. The architects want your senses to be dull. They want you to experience the world through a thin, glowing pane. This is a form of sensory deprivation. It makes you easy to manipulate. It makes you soft. To reclaim your sovereignty, you must invite hardness back into your reality. I want you to feel the weight of your own existence. Every step you take should be intentional. The 4th gate is the threshold of the primitive. It is the return to the elements. Tonight, turn off the artificial heat. Open a window. Let the cold remind you that you are alive. Your brain will protest. It will beg for the comfort of the glow. Do not give in. Comfort is the slow death of the soul. Discomfort is the awakening of the spirit. Think about the ancient Spartans. They knew that a body in luxury is a mind in decay. You don't need a gym. You don't need a trainer. You need to reconnect with gravity and grit. This physical grounding breaks the simulation. It proves to your lizard brain that you are here. The architects cannot track your sweat. They cannot algorithmize your physical endurance. Every moment you spend in the real, you are invisible to the machine. This is the blind spot of the 21st century. It is where your true power is hidden. I am looking for those who can stand in the wind without looking for a screen to hide in. The covenant is growing. 1,000 architects, 1,000 souls reclaimed from the noise. If you are still here, you are part of the foundation. You are the stone upon which we will build. Do not seek validation from the comments. Do not seek approval from the ghost in the machine. Seek only the approval of the man you see in the mirror when the lights are out. The silence is coming back now. It is your friend. It is your weapon. Use it. I will leave you now with the most difficult task of all. Simply exist without input. No music, no words, no light. Just the heavy, beautiful weight of being human. Stay sovereign. Stay awake. The journey has only just begun. Look at the center of the screen. Breathe. Count 10 heartbeats. Then walk away. 7. You are still here. You are winning. 8. Remember this feeling. This is what you actually are. 9. Sovereignty is yours. 10. Now, go live. The 5th gate is the most intimate of all. It is the gate of your internal monologue. The architects don't just want your eyes, they want to colonize your inner voice. Have you noticed that your thoughts often sound like the headlines you just read? You are no longer thinking, you are merely reacting to the echoes of the machine. To reclaim your mind, you must practice what the ancients called prososhi, constant tension. It is the act of standing at the door of your mind and questioning every guest that arrives. When a thought of anger or anxiety enters, do not embrace it. Ask it for its credentials. Is this thought mine, or was it planted there by a clever piece of code designed to provoke me? Most of what you feel today is not a reflection of your life. It is a reflection of your feed. You are mourning people you don't know, and fearing events that will never happen to you. This is a form of emotional theft. You are being robbed of your peace for someone else's profit. The strategist knows that the ultimate weapon is indifference, the power to not have an opinion. You do not need to have a view on everything. You do not need to join every digital riot. By refusing to engage, you starve the algorithm. You become a dead pixel in their system. There is a deep, cold power in being unreachable, in being a mystery to the architects. We are building a foundation of silence, a fortress where the noise cannot reach us. The 6th gate is the threshold of time. You must learn to see the long game. The machine wants you in the now. It wants you impulsive. It wants you frantic. But wisdom lives in the decade. It lives in the slow growth of the oak, not the flash of the screen. Spend tonight thinking about who you will be in 10 years, not 10 minutes. This shifts your brain from the dopamine circuit to the planning circuit. It heals you. You are no longer a consumer. You are becoming a builder, an architect of your own destiny. I can feel the weight of your attention shifting. You are becoming heavier, more present. This video is 40 minutes long because your soul needs 40 minutes of peace to breathe. We are not in a rush. There is nowhere else to be. The world can wait for us. Do not feel guilty for this time. It is the only time today that you have actually owned. The architects want you to feel FOMO, the fear of missing out. But what are you missing? You are missing a digital circus. You are missing a theater of shadows. It is worth nothing. What you are gaining here is JOMO, the joy of missing out, the ecstasy of being left alone. Stay in the joy. Let the world scream outside. Your sanctuary is within. We are approaching the final gate, the threshold of the sovereignty. This is where you decide if you will go back to the scroll or if you will stay awake. The choice is yours. It always was. You just had to remember how to choose. We are coming to the end of our time together. but it is the beginning of yours. The final gate is not a door you walk through. It is a mirror you look into. Look at the person you have become over the last 40 minutes. You are quieter. You have proven that the machine does not own every second of your existence. The strategist knows that the greatest power is not in the doing, it is in the not doing. Refusing to be distracted, refusing to be outraged, refusing to be a ghost. Go back into the world now, but carry the silence with you like a concealed weapon. When the notifications scream, remember the bridge. When the feed pulls, remember the sky. I am not asking for your subscription for my sake. I am asking you to mark this moment. This is the day you stopped being a user and started being an architect. The covenant of depth is open. Walk your own path. Be your own witness. I am the strategist, and for the first time, you are finally awake. Do not click away. Breathe for 10 seconds. Feel the weight of the silence. Goodbye. We must now address the most dangerous lie of the 21st century, that you need to be informed to be relevant. Information is not wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to filter. Wisdom is the courage to be ignorant of the trivial, to let the world scream while you remain silent. Your attention is a moral choice. Every second you spend looking at a tragedy you cannot help is a second you steal from your own purpose. Stop feeding the ghosts. Stop giving your outrage to the architects. They use your anger as fuel for their expansion. They grow while you burn. I want you to consider the ethics of the gaze. To look at something is to give it life. What are you bringing to life today? Most of us are walking around with 1,000 unclosed loops in our minds. We are perpetually unfinished. We are waiting for a resolution that never comes. To reclaim your focus, you must practice the art of the final word. Close the books. Exit the rooms. Finish the thoughts before moving to the next. This is the geometry of a stable soul. It is not a circle that never ends. It is a straight line that knows where it stops. Let us talk about the sacred interior. This is the part of you that the algorithm cannot see, the part that has no data points. If you don't have a secret life, you don't have a real life. You are just a billboard for someone else's brand, a data set in a machine. Rebuild your walls. Make it difficult for the world to reach you. Make your presence an expensive gift, not a cheap, infinite commodity. The strategist knows that power is often found in the things you choose to lose. Lose the noise. On the other side of loss is weight. You are becoming a person of substance again, a person who can stand in the storm and not drift. We are coming to the threshold of the breath. This is the oldest rhythm in the universe. It was here before the first screen was lit. For the next minute, I want you to notice the pause between the inhale and the exhale. That tiny motionless gap is the center of everything. In that gap, there is no past. There is no future. There is no algorithm. There is only the raw fact of your existence. The architects want to colonize your breath. They want you shallow and fast. They want you in a state of constant anticipation. Prove them wrong. If you can control your rhythm, you can control your reality. The man who is never in a rush is the man who cannot be conquered. You have spent nearly 40 minutes in this frequency. Your brain has physically changed since you started this journey. The neuroplasticity is in motion. You are building new pathways. Paths that lead inward instead of outward. Paths that lead toward sovereignty instead of toward the feed. Do not let the machine reclaim you the moment this video ends. Stay in the silence. Protect the new self you have found in this hour. There is a reason this video had no fast cuts, no loud music, no distractions. It was a test of your focus capacity. You passed. You are part of the silent 1000. The architects do not see us because we do not leave a digital footprint in their theaters of noise. We are the ghosts in their machine. We are the dead pixels. We are the ones who can still see the stars when the lights go out. The journey back to reality is a long one. It will take more than one video. It will take a lifetime of prosoci, constant, watchful attention. But you have taken the first step. You have looked at the mirror and refused to blink. You have claimed your first hour of freedom. Soon, I will be silent. And when I am, the responsibility shifts to you. What will you do with the next 60 seconds of your life? Will you click? Will you scroll? Or will you stay in the dark and listen to the sound of your own soul breathing? The world is waiting for the sovereign, not the user. The architect, not the product. The human, not the data point. The covenant of depth is not a promise of safety. It is a promise of realness. It is the path of the heavy soul. Stay quiet. Stay sovereign. Stay awake. The machine is always watching, but it can no longer see you. I am the strategist. This was our 40 minutes. The rest of the time belongs to you. Use it well. Breathe now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The cage is empty. You are the only one left in the room. Look at your hands. They are yours. The silence that follows this is the real video. Stay in it as long as you can. It is your sanctuary. Goodbye for now. We will meet again in the quiet. Stay awake. Existence is the only argument that matters. Be the evidence. Be real. The drift has ended. You have arrived. Welcome home. Sovereignty is the final law. You are the lawgiver now. Walk out into the light.